I was going to embarrass myself, say that I played against him when I was a wonder kid, but it weren't him, it was his brother.
He was like, Benno, the only way you get out of here, you need to go around kicking balls around in training and just mess about.
Who said that? The assistant?
Yeah. Chris Hughton was the nicest guy, because we'd had Lambert, who was like hard. He was like soft as shit. 2 years ago, I was picking up dog shit at Berry Park. Jump forward 2 years, I'm going to Anfield. Owen Coyle, man.
Oh, really?
Unbelievable guy.
Yeah.
As a manager, fucking miles off it.
Really?
Miles off it. As he turns around to walk out the dome, grab and goes, it's not a Ferrari, it's a Lambo.
So pissing off me.
Right, Jordan, before we start the episode, I just want to give a big shout out to our new sponsors, Dibs.
Come on, the boys.
D-I-B-Z. So it's a five-a-side football betting app with a twist, but more on that later on in the episode.
Let's go.
Pal,
Right, mate, how are we?
welcome back.
Yeah, how we doing?
I'm all right, apart from seeing you in your shorts.
I know, yeah.
Fucking -3 outside.
Not dressed for it really, am I? But
Where
I'm
have you
playing
been?
paddle.
Oh, enough said. Enough said.
I can't win a game. I'm shite. I'm going to give it up, to be honest.
You should never have started it. Who
No,
have you played
it's
against?
true. Will, the boss.
Oh, have you played against Will?
Yeah,
he's
but
good
he's
though, isn't he?
yeah, he's should be a pro really.
He's about 6'5" as well.
He's just big lanky thing at the other side of the net, and you think, you know, it's coming back, so you've got to try and beat him, and you just fucking hit the glass at the back, and you're pissed off. But it is what it is.
Terrible sport.
I'm done with it.
Oh yeah. Just concentrate on your golf.
Yeah, I am doing.
We had a good golf game last week, didn't we? Before we got rained off
Which one?
at Worsley.
Oh no, that was terrible. Terrible
you was
conditions.
terrible.
Yeah.
You was terrible.
He was playing off 15. I don't know if you know about golf.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I'm terrible at it, though.
Playing off 15, he was -1 after 7 holes or something. I was like,
100
how
after
the-
7.
How are you supposed to beat this, aren't you?
That's right.
Bandit.
Well, just having a good round.
No,
I
I
think.
played with him before. He's not a bandit.
Just having a good round. Just on fire, weren't I?
So he's made, someone called him, you know, he's doing all his agency stuff, and he's like, 1 sec, I've got a call. I'm like, oh, fuck off, Seds. He's making a putt on the phone, like 20-yard putt, sinks it for a birdie. I'm like,
Whilst on the phone.
I'm going, what's going on here? Like, this isn't normal. But nah, he was good that day. I'll give it you. I wanted to carry on just for you.
I know.
To see how
I know.
Could've-
I
it got
would have
too
had my
bad,
best
though.
round ever.
It got too bad.
Oh, well. How's your week been? You haven't played, have you? Been
No,
banned?
I've been banned. It's just stupid, isn't it? 10 yellows in 22 games. Like, what am I doing?
and 9 of them for arguing with
Yeah,
referees.
not one to tackle. It's just ridiculous.
That's poor, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not ideal.
I
is
can't
it?
say too much, so bookings were my thing.
Yeah, you've like I mix it up, but I don't. So I'll put a tackle in, but then get even more pissed off, shout at the ref, and get a yellow for shouting instead of the tackle. But like, yeah, I've been banned. We've got beat twice while I've been banned. So yeah, I don't think John and Burner are happy with me. So
And there was a 30-man brawl, weren't there?
30-man brawl the other night. Yeah, it was funny to watch. It was good, proper non-league. I like. What is he like? The coach. 30-man brawl going on, and our coach is chasing someone around centre circle, trying to batter him. But he's a big fella as well, Lackers. He's like,
Yeah.
it's like he's got a ball up his top, so he's chasing him around. John and Burner in the middle of it. Everything's going off, and yeah.
Was this after the game as well?
Yeah, but it's because we got beat, and it all comes down to me, really, doesn't it?
Did you still get blame?
Well, no, but we didn't have a striker, so we're going to get
Your
beat,
fault.
aren't we?
Yeah.
We've got a number 10 up in number 9. It's not going to work, is it?
You've only got one striker at the club?
Yeah.
Well, there's your problem. There's your problem.
He's not
straight
letting
away
any other
then.
strikers in, are you?
Yeah, well, the other one's injured, so. Oh, well, I put it right on Saturday against Rushall. That not near you, is
Yeah,
it?
down that
That's
way.
down,
Yeah,
but it's that Shrewsbury, Birmingham way, isn't
Birmingham way, yeah.
it? Yeah.
But we got ourselves out of the relegation fight a little bit, and now we're right back in it.
Very good.
Not very good.
No. You need to, yeah, but you've got a few games in hand, haven't you, now?
Yeah,
Still.
too. But it's all right if you got a few games in hand at the top.
You're looking forward to them and think you're going to
Yeah.
win. Yeah.
You got a few games in hand at the bottom against South Shields and Curzon, who are both flying. You think,
Do you not feel fresh, though, now you've had a couple of games
yeah, I do
off?
actually, yeah, I do. Feel good.
Yeah. there you
Trained
go.
well last night, first time ever.
First time ever.
I was class.
yeah.
Yeah. So
He's shy to training.
Yeah.
what was you like in training?
I had to be good. Like, I'm not that type of player. I'm not good enough to just turn it on a Saturday.
yeah.
So I just had
You had to be good all the time.
I
Didn't
had
you?
to try to be good all the time. Yeah.
I just can't. I try. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. It's weird.
Very good. Well, I've had a bit of a. I went down to London, and then I had too many gins and tonic,
Yeah.
gin and tonics,
Yeah.
and then left the hotel where I was at with everybody else to go to my hotel because I tried to book. Is it the Kimpton?
Is that the posh one?
The posh one, right? Because that's where the conference was at.
So all them lot were staying there.
all them lot was, all them lot.
Honestly.
This is exactly what happened. So everyone were booked there, but then one of the guys might not have been coming down. So I was like, "I'll take your room." He's like, "Yeah, that's fine." Then last minute, he was like, "Oh no, I'm actually still going to use that room." So then,
I'll get in with you.
yeah, is it a double bed? So then I looked to book it, and it had gone from 270 quid to 410 quid just for the night. And I was like, I can't pay that. I can't. I'm from Padiham. I can't force myself to pay that much money for just a bed. So then we looked for another one, and I found one like 120 quid, 15-minute walk away. So I was like, yeah, book that. That's sound. It was like a 1-star. It was literally.
Was you underground as well?
Literally
with the
near
trains?
enough. It was horrendous. But so I left the Kimpton, put my phone on, Google Maps, right, I know where I'm going. Set off walking with my suitcase, like dragging it. Phone went dead.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit. I thought I knew kind of the direction of where it were. 50 minutes later, I still haven't found it. It's like 11:30 at night. Couldn't find it anywhere. So then I had to jump in a cab, like hail the cab down. Couldn't remember the name of the hotel. So then I was like, get Google Maps out. Yeah. I plugged my phone in. So I'm trying to like, you do your search on Google, and I just typed in 1-star hotels and just like, anyway, I found it. And I was like, that's it there. So he drove me to it whilst my phone was on charge, paid him. He said, right, I can't go down this one-way bit, but if you walk to the end, left at that street, your hotel's there. I was like, brilliant. Unplugged my phone, got out, it died straight away. Walked to the end, turned left, no hotel. I was like, oh my God.
He stitched you up?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I think it was around that area. I think we must have just got the street wrong. So I literally was going up and down every street.
Time to get in bed.
I got in bed about just after 12. But I found it at the end.
And you lost your wallet.
And I lost my wallet in the cab. So I have them like a magnetic wallet on the back.
Yeah,
so as
yeah.
I've unplugged it, I think I must have just popped it off.
Oh.
And the worst thing is that I had them 50s from the
Casino.
the casino. I had two 50s that I've tried to spend about 20 times in the garage, and they won't take a £50 note. So I've just had it, and then I've lost it now.
Cabby was buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's buzzing.
I like it when shit like that happens to you.
Thanks, mate.
So
I had to cancel all my cards, and I've probably lost 160 quid in cash. I should have just stayed at the hotel.
just paid a 410, mate.
But honestly, I nearly, when you're that happy when you find somewhere, oh my God, I was so relieved when I found it. I literally hugged my bed.
Any good when you got in there?
No, it was horrendous. But I just whipped my clothes off, into bed, set my alarm, cancelled all my cards, and then got up in the morning. And it was like I got back to the Kimpton where the conference was in about 9 minutes. it was that close. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, a bit of an eventful week.
Well, we've got a good guest today.
Really good guest.
I was going to embarrass myself and say that I played against him when I was a wonder kid.
At 4.
But it weren't him, it was his brother.
Oh, was that?
Yeah. So, yeah, his brother used to run rings around me at like 9, 10, but I thought it was, I guess, when it wasn't. For Wolves.
Do you want to introduce him?
Yeah, Elliott Bennett, everyone.
Welcome, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
How are we?
Yeah, very well, yeah. Been a long time coming, this, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. We've been trying to get you on for a bit.
Yeah. Buzzing to be here, though.
Oh, because he's a
saying-
Blackburn fan.
Yeah, he is.
Who sorts it all out. So.
Okay.
And you were skipper for a long time, weren't you?
Yeah, a bit, yeah. Somehow. Don't know how, but managed it.
You was that sort of player, though, weren't you?
Yeah, when I was younger, to be honest, yeah. But then when I started getting, when you're young pro and that, just not lost it. But, you know, like when I was growing up, there's like the big characters in the dressing room. I was thinking, I'm never going to be like that. Do you know what I mean? And then you get older, a bit wiser. And then, yeah, just took Tony Mowbray to see them kind of qualities in me, I guess.
Yeah, decent.
That's class. Well, like Tyrese, obviously, who I know, always spoke highly of you.
Yeah.
I think you two had like a bit of a, like you looked after him a bit, didn't you?
Good kid. Like he obviously came in from Preston, got released from there, then kind of come on trial, and then but it was for the youth team, or the 21s or whatever.
Like a first year pro, weren't it? He was trying to get.
And he's like, come and train with. I think someone was injured in training, so they called him down to train with us. Never left us then. Yeah, running rings around people.
Joe, yeah.
Oh, lightning feet.
Lightning feet, and
it's like I was like, you still go up against him, you think I've got him here. And he'd do some like mad little shaky thing with his body. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
But obviously, when he first come, he's like filled out about a bit now. Do you know what I mean? Been in the gym and that. He was like little, but just dead fast and sharp. And you're like, how do you tackle him? From that moment, he was just with us.
It's even better now. He's got that long hair. When he does it, it just like shakes a bit.
Yeah.
Well, now he's like 180 appearances now.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, in the champ is just.
But you seen that from day one, did you?
Yeah, like you see the ability, but then you're thinking, because he's such a nice kid, like proper humble, like from a humble background. Obviously,
his attitude's top as well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Felt the pain of like leaving Preston where he'd been for ages, and then kind of had a new chance, but he didn't like. He just didn't. I don't think he realised how good he was. You know what I mean? When he first come.
Yeah.
So it took him a bit of time.
Well, he's been told he's not, isn't he?
Well, that's what I mean. But because he was like that, everyone just loved him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you see the ability and you're like, and obviously like 180 appearances, unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable.
Fair play to him.
So take us back where it started, because you mentioned it before we come on. Like, you thought your brother was actually a better player than you, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Not when he was younger.
100%. Way
Your brother
better.
was a player, to be fair.
Yeah, way better than me.
What's the age difference?
2 years.
Right.
Yeah. So
2 years older.
I'm 2 years older than him, yeah.
Oh, you're 2 years older.
And
so we would play in academies. We would play like United cities. But my dad had always come to me the day before we played Wolves and be like, you know you're playing tomorrow, don't you? And I thought it was you, but it was your brother.
Yeah.
He was that good. He's like, he's class, so you've got to be at it tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's
very
like,
good.
Unbelievable. He used to, so we would go to Wolves. I actually had a trial, like under nines, going for a trial and all that. My brother was only under 7 then, but back then there's no under 7s like now. They're starting under 3s, isn't there? I mean, City, you've got like under 3s and that playing from. He just came to watch me on the trial, so he was messing around with the ball on the side. They're like, yeah, he's good. On my trial, by the way. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Stop showing off.
Yeah. But week after training, does he want to join in? To my mum and that. I'm like, hold on a minute, it's not him, it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, what about me? He comes, unbelievable. Like, obviously, he couldn't go and do anything, so he carried on playing football. Anyway, I'll get signed, and I'm thinking, they just sign me because they know how good he is. You know what I mean? I was like a bit like, I'm the older one, do you know what I mean? And then, yeah.
Did you actually feel like that as well?
Yeah, yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. But when I say he was a joke, I'm talking like, he'd get the ball under 9s, obviously like you would have seen it. He was like probably like a number 10 player, do you know what I mean? Pick the ball up from the keeper, dribble past everyone, score, step over, like flair, do you know what I mean? I never had none of that stuff. And then, he just carried on all the way through the youth team. He's playing like reserves at 15, played in our youth cup team. He's under 15, under 16. He's playing in the youth. Do you know what I mean?
Just always
playing older. Yeah.
Yeah. But that must have been nice for you though, to play with your brother in some games like that when you're younger.
Not really, no.
Was it not?
Not when he's better than you now.
You're trying to
do you know what I mean?
it.
I'm thinking, why is this little fucker so good? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nah, it was nice. It was obviously good for my mum and dad as well. But yeah, like 15, he could have gone any club in the country. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Wolves give him his pro contract. Well, you can't have it.
Offered it being young. Yeah.
14, he knew he was getting a scholarship,
Getting
pro contract. All of that was kind of, do you know what I mean? And
what about yourself? Was yours just a scholar?
Yeah. So I went from under 12, and then you stay there to obviously got to the 16s, got my scholar, no pro attached though, just straight 2-year scholarship, and just went through that kind of phase, and And then I ended up getting a pro, which was obviously like
How
incredible.
did you find leaving school and going straight into as a scholar?
Loved it.
Loved it.
Yeah, loved it. Everything about it. Obviously, it's a bit different now. Like, no, lads aren't doing like boots and all that stuff, but that was part of like the jobs. You know what I mean? Like, to clean the dressing rooms, do the boots, go match duty, and like pick up, you know, what I mean?
All the dirty kit,
slips
undies.
and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I loved it. Yeah, it was like everything that I wanted to be. But you still realise how far away you were at that time. You're thinking, oh, like professional footballers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not really. Do you know
You
what I mean?
might,
You're miles away. I mean, £90. Like, remember getting my first wage slip. Like, but everyone's buzzing. You've not worked before. 16. Everyone's like, get paid today, don't we? £90 a week. Do you know what I mean? You think about it, it's
You're
like
loaded though at the time, right?
yeah, buzzing.
Yeah, because you're not paying for anything else, are you?
Not paying for
It's just your
nothing. You
money's
draw it
your own.
all out. Do you know what I mean? £360, no tax. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
made
You're
it.
under the tax break.
Yeah, oh, way under. Made it. Go down to little,
Made it.
You know what I mean?
Made it.
Go down to little market and that, buy yourself 20 quid night tracksuit. Remember the tracksuits where everyone used to have them? Like, they were like cottony Nike. It was just like, they look grey with a little white tick on them.
Yeah.
We get the fake ones because you didn't have enough money for the real ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thinking you're the man.
I do remember being a scholar and you have to dress a certain way. Like everyone dresses the same.
Yeah.
So it was like socks, flip-flops. Then you had like the tracksuit with a hoodie, and that's all you was kind of like allowed to wear. Like you weren't told that, but
Yeah,
everybody
but
dressed
that was
that
like
way.
an
Yeah,
unwritten
yeah.
rule.
Yeah, and you had your little wash bag under you.
bag,
Yeah.
You had to put a limp on after training around town so everyone knew you was.
Have you got a knock?
footballer.
No. No,
The girls just
Just
seemed to
well.
knock. Yeah.
It
Do
was.
you think that was why you went higher than your brother? Because you had to earn everything.
I think so. Like, and I kind of knew that I wasn't the best. So even from under 9s, 10s, all the way through to getting the scholarship, I was never the best one of the group. Do you know what I mean? I was always like middle to the top of the group, never the best, not even on the top 3. Do you know what I mean? And I just knew that if I wanted to be a football actor, like really graft for it. So my brother on the other hand was always the best, always playing 2 years off. Everyone always talking about him. Like, and I guess I don't know what it's like for him, but it was probably hard to always be that. But because not saying he didn't have to earn it, because obviously when you play football, you have to earn the right of respect. But he just didn't.
You were saying about mentality. Like mentality is a massive thing, isn't it? Like we talk about it all the time on the podcast. You can have unbelievable ability, but unless you've got the mentality.
Not that he didn't have a great career, by the way.
Oh yeah,
it's not a good career. Yeah.
But he should have done better than me.
Yeah.
100% should have done better than me. But then I also think timing. So at the time, what's this? 2005, 6. Like Mick McCarthy's in charge of Wolves. Like, I'd obviously great manager. But 4-4-2 was.
He's never looking at flair play as much.
There's never a number 10.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as like number 10. Do you know what I mean? So I think if he'd have been coming through now, he would be top because everyone plays with a 10 and pockets, and that was how he played, half turn, through balls, do a little bit. Everyone likes it, Instagram now as well. So, you know what I mean? If you had an Instagram of him back then, crazy, like the things that these kids are doing
rising
now.
ballers every week.
Rising baller, secret scout, do you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But that wasn't about. So then you get to an age where you've done your scholarship, you're going to get a pro. If the manager that you've got at the time, so like for me it was all right because he liked me because I worked hard, just ran up and down the wing. Like every time I get it, just see how many crosses you can put in the box. That's all he wanted me to do. When the left back bombs on, just track him back. Not saying my brother wouldn't do it, but that wasn't his game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you find yourself lost. Whereas he'd had all this, everything was about him all the way through his youth team days, and then it gets to that stage and you're like, where'd you play?
Not that he's not good enough. They just weren't a role for him there. Was there?
Yeah. Then you get stuck out on the left when he doesn't want to cross the ball. When your manager's saying, go down the line, cross the ball.
Yeah.
Whereas I just like kind of took on
instruction and did it.
Just do what you get told.
Yeah,
so if he says to me, go and stand right out there and don't move, I'll stand there. And then he says, do you know what I mean? Like that's just the way I played. Whereas my brother's a bit more free-spirited, let's just say
Maverick.
Yeah.
More of a
in life as well as football.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a
So
player.
who were your teammates in that scholar and coming through at the time? Was there any that went on and did as well as you?
So in my age group, no. There was one lad that obviously got a pro as well, but he sadly passed away now. Lee Collins.
Right, okay.
Lad who used to be at Yeovil and that. So he had a professional career, but there's not really anyone else in my year group that kind of made it.
Right.
There's a couple in the year 2 years older, so like Mark Little was at Bolton, Bristol City. He played for the first team at Wolves as well. Remember Mark Davis?
Yeah. Is he not at Bolton as well?
He used to be, but what a player.
Really?
Incredible. I had bad knees, had to retire early-ish, but without them injuries, he'd have played England and that.
Would he? That good?
Unbelievable. One of the best I've ever seen.
Right.
Really good, but never got going. Do you know what I mean? Injuries killed him. But yeah, like there wasn't too many really that made it from our like kind of couple of years. You know, it's like 16s and 18s all together, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? So
can you remember the conversation where you had to, like, you was looking to go out on loan and your options there?
It wasn't really a choice kind of thing, to be honest. Like my first loan was just like, you're going to Crewe on loan. It's like,
so that was told by the club. There was no...
just
right. Okay.
So I just rocked up at Crewe. Didn't have an agent or nothing at the time. Do you know what I mean?
That's quite a journey as well, isn't it?
It's
for
not.
You, what's that, about an hour and a half?
Nah, about an hour. Yeah. Probably 50 minutes an hour. It's not too bad. So I ended up just going up there, like no agent, walk in, like meet everyone. But I'm like 17 at the time, so I'm thinking like
straight into their first team.
Yeah, so like Ryan Lowe was there, Nicky Maynard, like some good players. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, what am I doing it? Like, what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean? I don't know anything. Don't know anyone. I don't know anything. Used to go and like.
That must have been tough walking into that. Yeah. That dressing room.
But I didn't know what I was doing. I was thinking, oh my God, and then. You go to like lunch and it's like I'm like treated like the first team player, whereas I've only ever been in the reserves at Wolves. I played a couple games, you know what I mean? And then
start collecting everyone's plates and that then.
I mean, but his rucksack with his packed lunch.
But at Wolves you had to wait. So you couldn't go and eat when the first team was eating. You couldn't go in the first team dressing room unless you got told to go in, to knock, ask. Do you know what I mean? So then I'm like kind of.
So you've still got that like scholarship mentality where you come into Crewe and you're a first team player.
And I'm knocking on the door going, can I come in now?
First team.
But yeah, so played a few games there, not too many. Enjoyed it, like it's a new experience. And obviously like
how did you find the level?
That's what I was about to say. It was hard. Yeah. I'd only played reserves, do you know what I mean? Which was a bit different than it is now, but obviously that was like competitive and you know, you're playing for 3 points. People are actually coming to watch, you know, reserve games. Like 50 people there at Telford's ground, and instead there's like a couple thousand. Do you know what I mean? When playing for Crewe, but now it was a really good experience. I learned a lot from it.
Who was a gaffer?
Steve Holland. So another one thing with Gareth Southgate for the last.
You mentioned a few times.
Yeah. Steve Holland, but he was the gaffer, but Dario Gardi was the gaffer. Really, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was still there, like above him, director of football or something. Right. So. But yeah, it was a great experience. Obviously, my first kind of loan playing professional football. And then, just went.
Can you remember your debut?
No, not for them, no. Mad at, innit?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, because that'd be your first professional game, wasn't it?
I did play for Wolves before that against Morecambe in the Carabao, well, whatever it was called, the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
So I played for them, Wolves first, then we played Bradford in the next round. No, we played Bradford first, then Morecambe. So they were my first professional game, so I remember them. Do you know what I mean? At Molineux, but
I think your Crewe ones would be your first like league,
but that was just a blur, to be honest. The whole time I was there as a blur, because I don't think I realised what I was doing. Do you know what I mean? I was
because that's young as well, 17, isn't it?
Yeah. And like, I didn't have a choice. It wasn't like I'm saying, can I go on loan, or I had an agent that was like, oh, get you a loan move. It was just you going, see you in a bit.
Okay then.
All right then. Better jump in my car and get up to Crewe then. That was kind of how it went.
And then your second loan, you gone to Bury.
Loved it. Completely different that.
Yeah.
Loved it. I loved everything about it.
Bit more used to it, a bit more.
Yeah, I feel like I'd done the first one, got out of the way, end up going up to Bury, and just a different set of lads as well, like Nicky Adams, obviously, you know, you had him on, great lad, like, because he was only a couple of years older than me, kind of like took me in, do you know what I mean? We had good laugh, we had a great group of lads. Chris Brass was the manager.
Oh yeah, Brassy,
he
yeah.
brought me in, and then I had did 6 months there. Like loved it, played all the time,
Yeah.
and then
I forgot Brassy was there.
yeah.
Brassy scored that overhead kick, didn't
You must have seen that own goal that he
Oh,
scored.
kicked off his face. Yeah.
What a guy.
What unbelievable guy. Like,
I love it. He's a great guy.
some good stories about him.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's appropriate for the podcast.
That'd be sound, yeah. He's a good guy.
And then Alan Neil and Chris Wilder came in,
Yeah.
and Brassy was still there then. And they said, "Oh, like, do you want to come back next season for a full season loan?" I was like, "I'd love to." Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I ended up going
What division were they in then? 2?
League Two, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, oh, this is great. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm going to play, and I kind of started to appreciate what being a footballer was about. Then, do you know what I mean? Because I'd always been like babied at Wolves. Like, I was still seen as the kid, come through. Everything gets done for you. Do you know what I mean? Your kit's laid out for you every day.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, in the youth team, you had to do jobs, but then once you get into that like pro age, you weren't doing the jobs anymore. It was just turn up with your wash bag. Do you know what I mean? Looking cool. You know what I mean? Put your kit in a bag when you're done. Someone washed it the next day. Whereas I went to Bury, no dinner. You just have to go to the butty shop.
You have to order from the
Yeah.
butcher.
Get a butty
It's
shop.
all around the corner. isn't it,
Yeah.
butcher
Do you know what I
shop?
mean? You go get the butty shop and then take the kit home, wash it yourself, clean your boots. Like there was no kit man cleaning your boots, stood there. Do you know what I mean? And I proper loved it. Like lads in there just all like having banter, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'd love to be like Andy Bishop was like the striker. Do you know what I mean? At the time, like main guy. And I was just thinking, oh, I'd love to be on as much money as Bishop one day. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause I was on like probably 400 quid a week or something. As if like my first year pro.
He was at Bury. He's only been on 500 himself.
No, he was on good dough,
No, I know, yeah,
he
he's
was
good,
like
yeah.
a good, and I was thinking, oh yeah, like love that. And I just had a proper good time. We did really well that season. Got into the playoffs, got beat off Shrewsbury.
I was saying you played a lot of games that
By that
second season. You played a lot of games, didn't you? Like
Yeah.
40, 50 appearances.
Yeah,
which at
50
that age
appearances,
is
I think,
brilliant.
yeah. And then halfway through that,
And 3 goals.
yeah, loads.
No, but like
yeah, that's a bit that let me down, to be honest. The goals, but then halfway through that season, Wolves offered me another contract. Then, so then I signed like my second pro, if you like.
yeah.
They said, "Oh, you've been doing well. Want to give you a new contract?" So I was like, buzzing. Signed a contract. Still stay on loan at Bury. End of that season comes, and Wolves got promoted to the Premier League. So I'm thinking, oh, like, not that I'm going to play, but I thought I'll go back, do pre-season, be in and around it. So I went back. Like, loved my time at Bury. Thought, oh, here we go. Go into pre-season, and like the manager goes, "Oh, you can go." I've just signed a 3.5-year deal in January. I've still got 3 years left. He's like, "Yeah, but Brighton have bid for you." I'm like, right, well, I'm not going to Brighton. I'd always lived at home, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From Telford, Wolves up the road. You're sending me all the way down, like, nah, I'm not going to Brighton. Anyway, ended up getting bullied to go to Brighton.
You went Brighton.
Really? Did you have no say in it? Had you got an agent by this time?
By this time, I had an agent, but basically, there was a guy at Wolves, a chief exec called Jez Moxey, and I remember getting a phone call off him, and he's like, "You're going to Brighton. We've accepted the bid. Like, you're going." I said, "But I don't want to. Like, genuinely, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'd rather just go on loan." He goes, "Let me stop you there, son. You're not going on loan. You'll just be in the reserves for the whole season." But he knew that I wanted to go and play football because I'd just done it at Bury for a season and a half. I loved it. He's like, you're not going to play here, blah, blah, blah. And I just remember thinking, I had a miss at the time. I'm going to my miss. I'm like, I think I'm going to have to go to Brighton. And then,
Was you really against it as well? Because it's a fair old move, that, isn't it?
but do you know what it was? It wasn't nothing to do with Brighton. It was just the fact I'd never been away from home. Even my loans, I could like drive
always
up and
come back,
down.
couldn't you? Yeah.
Whereas like Brighton's like, I've never even been to Brighton. Do you know what I mean? Before
Let
this.
me stop you there.
What
son.
division were they in? Were they League One then?
Yeah.
They'd been
League One. So it
wouldn't
would
they?
have been like a jump up for me from what I'd played with
Yeah,
Bury.
at Bury, yeah. But it's also a permanent, which is scary as well.
Because I always had the comfort that,
I can always go back to Wolves. Yeah.
Whereas once you,
And Wolves have just been promoted, so you're attached to a Premier League side,
yeah.
and then you're being bullied to go
bullied.
to a League One
Completely
club.
bullied.
What would you advise her? You'd say stay, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 100%.
But
Well, Well, no, I like it.
It's not a bad move.
No, without talking to Brighton, you don't know. Like if you're coming in at a young age and you're their starter, then
yeah. So how it worked out, I ended up going down there, chatting to him, and they offered me a contract, and I said to my agent, "No, I'm going." So me and my agent just got in the car, drove off.
As long as you get your pay up for the 3 years.
You mad, ain't you? No way.
No.
But, I'm telling you, I got bullied, mate.
Oh, that is bullied,
I got bullied.
How old are you here as well? 18?
19, yeah. So I've obviously signed my second pro then, so 800 quid a week. I'm thinking, 800 quid a week? Been on £90 a week.
Yeah.
At Wolves before that, do you know what I mean? I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. I live at home, buzzing. Go down there. And like my agent's like, I think we'll get you some more money here. I'm like, great. Got down there, went to the university. They had no ground. They had no training ground. You used to get trained at a university, and the stadium was a running track with Dean. You would have played.
Yeah, I played there.
Yeah. So I'm like, what is this? Even like I'd been at Bury. Bury had a stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We used to train in a park with the dog shit.
Yeah, that's
and the
right.
dogs
Yeah,
running
Brighton
around.
used to have a running track around the pitch, didn't they? Yeah.
So I was going down there. I was like, I don't know if I can do this, you know. He's like, all right, okay, let's go back up. Let's go back up. And then the chairman of Brighton like rings my agent, says, oh, bring him to the game. Tell him to bring his dad as well. So me and my dad go to the game, guest of Tony Bloom, play Huddersfield. They're playing Huddersfield away, get battered, 7-1 or something. It'll be 7-0. So I'm sat there with my dad thinking, my dad obviously speaking to the chairman at this time, like he's like not trying to win us over, but just saying out what his vision is for the club.
Yeah,
I'm building a stadium, building a training ground, blah blah.
He weren't lying, was he?
No, he wasn't lying at all. He wasn't lying at all.
Yeah.
So then we get up to go, and he goes, chairman goes, oh, probably not going to see you again then because of this. And I was like, no, you will. Me and my dad got in the car, and my dad's like, yeah, you got to go, like, do you know what I mean? And I ended up going down there, yeah, and just loved it. Like, best thing I ever done. But like, that's the decision that made my career.
Do you think?
Going there, 100%.
You had to go on your own there as well, didn't you? You couldn't go back home or anything.
No going back home. Like, me and my missus both went down there.
Lovely place as well.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Great people. And straight away, I just loved it. Like, I don't know what it was. I think it was kind of, instead of being the kid from Wolves on loan, they'll go back and get babied again. And then I remember Terry Connor, that used to be Mick McCarthy's assistant. He pulled me one day. He's like, you got to go and be a man now. Like, stop being a kid. Go and make your own career. Like, go and have your own memories.
Must have felt good as well that someone was trying that hard to get you as their own player.
Yeah. No, it was good. And it was never about me not wanting to be at Brighton, I just wanted to stay in my comfort zone, be in the bubble, and just go on loan, keep coming back, and I might get in the first team one day. It was never going to happen. So I ended up going to Brighton and made my career. That did, to be fair, that one move. Yeah.
You played like you was there 2 years. You've near enough played 100 games.
Yeah.
Did really well, didn't you?
Played all the time. Scored my most goals I'd ever scored.
Any promotions?
Yeah, we won the league. Second season.
That's in the second season.
So in the first season, we had Russell Slade. He was the gaffer, and then he got sacked. The results weren't great. And then Gus Poyet come in. Unreal.
Was there? I was going to ask about him because obviously what a player he was.
Yeah.
And was that his first job?
I think so. I think he'd come from, I want to say like Spurs youth team or he'd been somewhere, but then, he'd come in. Honestly, unbelievable.
In what aspect?
Obviously, straight away, all the lads, you know who he is. Do you know what I mean? You've seen him do that little volley thing he did. Do you know what I mean? You're like, wow, like this is Gus Poyet.
He was a player, weren't he? Yeah.
Unbelievable. And then I'd only ever been at Wolves, Mick McCarthy, 4-4-2. Then I went on to Bury in League Two, which the football's just different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was get the ball in the box. Similar to what I've been doing at Wolves, like what Mick McCarthy's telling me, get the ball in the box, crosses, headers for the strikers. He come in and just flipped the whole... I didn't see football until I seen him work. And the understanding he gave everyone, like... So we'd gone from being near the bottom of the league. He came in, I think it was about January, February time. Stayed up comfortable, like winning all the time. Started the next season.
And what was different, like...
Unbelievable.
So it's like when you came in, was you training harder? Was you like more possession based? Was it just the structure of the team?
Just more possession, just
is that what it is? Possession based.
Possession based. He had a solution for everything. Oh, they're going to play like this against us. This is what we're going to do. We used to play like lopsided. He'd say, oh, we'll stick out Kazenga Lualua. You're playing left wing. Don't move from there. Benno, you're on the right, but you're not playing on the right. You're playing inside the pitch. So I ended up playing.
So a bit like football now, where they got the inverted fullbacks and things like that.
So we had a right back.
It's a bad job that for you though, isn't it? Because if the left back gets it, you've got to go to him.
Yeah, but we had the ball all the time. We had the ball all the time. So and he had it worked out where we had the right back, Calderon. He's Bristol Rovers manager now. Because he used to just love going forward, just used to run up and down. He'd say to me, right, you come inside the pitch and come and play. Let him, he can just run up and down. And I loved it. Like, I swear, I think that's probably what made me score
as many goals
and have as many assists. I think I got 21 assists that season. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
We won the league. It's like Southampton in the league at the time, and their team was a joke, and we beat them to the league. Like they had Lallana, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Schneiderlin, Jose Font, all these big players. Like we were just not that type of team. Do you know what I mean? But we won the league. I think we won the league with like 5 games to go or something.
What a season!
It's a good decision then, isn't it, to go?
And then it ended up being, really good decision because we won the league and then we were going into the big stadium at, that they've got now, the Amex.
So you was moving into the champ, and then was that when Norwich came in for you then at the start of that season?
No. They came in for me in the January. The season
halfway through.
Yeah, halfway through, yeah. And I put a transfer request in, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah.
What, at 20?
Yeah.
Why?
My agent told me to, he advised me to, do you know what I mean? So Norwich,
because of the outside interest?
Yeah, so what happened was Norwich bid, I don't know, 300 grand, let's say. Brighton, no. 500 grand, no. But this time, Norwich were 6th, I think, in the champ. So I'm like, I've never played in the championship. Obviously, Norwich is a massive club, 20-odd thousand every week. And I knew my money was going to go through the roof, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, I really want to go. And then my agent said, the only way you're going to get out of it is put a transfer request in. So I was like, I'm not sure. So I went and spoke to Gus Poyet. And you ever know of his left back, Mauricio Tarrico? He was like his assistant.
Right.
Mad, Uruguayan. Mad. Crazy kid. Crazy geezer. He was like, Benno, the only way you get out of here, you need to go around kicking balls around out in training and just mess about.
Be a dick. Basically.
Be a dick. And I was like,
who said that? The assistant?
Yeah. The manager sat there as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do that.
That's not me.
It's not me. Do you know what I mean? I can't do it. And then the manager said, oh, look, Benno, like I don't think the money's where it's at yet. But if they offer, say, £1 million, then
that's a big jump from 300 where they're at.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. So they offered £1 million. Club said no. So then I'm like, right, transfer request.
Yeah.
I told the manager I was going to do it before I done it. He wasn't happy about it because he was like, don't go down that route. Ended up doing it. All came out and like,
Yeah, because then like you're seen in a bad light as well by the fans and people who don't understand what's gone on. It was like you've had a conversation with the assistant, the manager. They've said, look, if we get to that figure, you're fine, you can go. They've come back and got to that figure.
It's not up to them though, is it? They were saying that's a fair offer.
If it probably gets there,
yeah,
it's a fair offer then.
Yeah,
but in the end, it's not a manager's decision who goes and stays. It's the owner. So, handing a transfer request in, get a phone call from the owner. He's in Australia. I'm like, you right, Mr. Chairman? He's like, yeah.
Did it come up as well? Did you know it was him?
No, I didn't know. Just like,
some Aussie number.
What's this?
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? And then speak to him, and he's like, you're gonna get a new contract. You're not going anywhere. This after the transfer request. He's like, you're not going anywhere. I've got one job, one aim is to get this club into the championship, into our new stadium, and you're staying here. But look how far we've come. I'm in Australia now. When I get back, we'll speak. I was like, all right. Thinking, what could I do then? I've handed a transfer request in. You're saying you're still not going. So I was like, all right, Norwich is dead. Then it all come out in the paper, and I'm thinking, oh no, like, what have I done? Like, we've had a good season. I'm loving it down here, but now I look like a dick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the next game I was on the bench. I was thinking, I don't even want to go warm up down the side.
Yeah.
Playing Watford away in the FA Cup.
At home as well.
no.
Now away, Watford away in the FA Cup. So
You
it's
know
like
you're going to
January
get dog's
time.
abuse.
I'm thinking, sat on the bench, and he's like, "Go warm up." I'm thinking, I can't. You know, when you just I'm sat there thinking, I don't want him, man.
Yeah.
Went and warmed up, sung my name, clapped me, everything. Brighton fans,
Did that?
unreal. Yeah, just got like nothing happened.
So that's when you stayed?
I'd stayed anyway. I had to stay anyway because
Because it was outside.
the chairman was like not going nowhere. But yeah, just ended up staying, and we won the league, and yeah, crazy.
And then you went into the championship anyway.
Well, chairman comes back, doesn't he, from Australia? We had a meeting. Me, him, no agent. Me, him, Gus Poyet sat in a room, like a boardroom. He goes, "You're not. Obviously, you weren't going. Here's your new contract. Obviously, you're happy with it. Yeah, buzzing. Sign this new contract. If we get promoted, you get another one as well next year. And I'll give you another new contract." Right, great. He said, "And I've got a gentleman's agreement for you." I was like, and I'm thinking, like, what are you on about? He said, if Norwich get promoted to the Premier League and they still want you, and they match whatever the number, £1.5 million or something, you can go. I won't stand in your way, but you just get the job done here for us. I was like,
That's class from the chairman.
Yeah.
unbelievable.
That's class.
Shook his hand, shook the gaffer's hand, left the room thinking, Norwich is not, it's done. Like, they tried to get me, didn't work out, signed the new contract to Brighton, happy days, let's go and get the job done. Get promoted, like 4 games to go, I think it was. And the chairman's like, to celebrate, we still had like 3 games left in the season. He's like, we're all going to Marbella. We've got a game on a Saturday. So we're all out in Marbella, steaming, drinking.
Don't matter at that point, though, does it?
You already done it. You
Yeah,
won the league. It was wicked. So he goes, we're in this restaurant, and I didn't know that, because wasn't like I was following Norwich to see how they're getting on. Do you know what I mean? I was just concentrating on, I'm at Brighton, we've just got promoted, like wicked, can't wait for next year.
You must have had a little...
I promise you.
Was you not?
No, because once it didn't happen, I'm just like, it's done now. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't thinking, they're going to get promoted. So we're out in this restaurant in Marbella, and everyone's drinking. And then next thing you know, it's like 11, 12 o'clock. It's tapping on the glass. Everyone's like looking around, thinking, what's going on here?
Who's tapping on the glass?
The chairman.
The chairman.
Stands up. He's only little.
Yeah.
Proper nice guy. He's only a little guy, though. Stands up. He's like, I just want to say, well done to everyone. The gaffer's got something to say. I was thinking, he goes, Benno. Raises his glass, goes, everyone congratulate Benno. He's going to be playing the Premier League next year. Everyone, I'm thinking, what's he on about? And everyone's going, hey! Norwich had played Portsmouth that night down at Fratton Park and won to get promoted to the Premier League. But I'm thinking, still, like, I don't know anything what's going on. I'm just like,
they come in.
They haven't even they haven't bid or nothing. At this point, the window's not open yet, is it? So I'm like, but they must have had some conversation or something, yeah?
Must have, yeah.
Go away on holiday, get a call, say, not agreed fee. You're going to Norwich. I'm like,
what a summer that is, you know. If you just know you're
I just proposed to my missus as well.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm on holiday. I was on holiday. Proposed to my missus.
But she was thinking, fuck it, he could have waited till I got to the Prem. I could have got a better ring.
No, I'm glad I got it when I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then,
Samuels.
Amazing, yeah.
Oh, what? So you basically jumped 2 leagues?
Yeah, I'd played in the Premier League before I played in the Championship, yeah.
That's class, isn't it?
yeah, lovely that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's not,
Norwich as well. Big club as well, aren't they?
yeah, wicked. Great place.
So how did you feel walking in?
To Norwich?
Who was the manager?
Paul Lambert.
Wicked.
Made everyone feel like you could compete with anyone. Obviously, like, we were all like League One players, really. Like, I was. Anthony Pilkington, there's a few of us. Like,
Yeah, Pilks,
yeah.
So just with that, though, like, did you have any other interest, or was that it? You had no choice,
Yes.
it would just go into Norwich?
No, Swansea as well, yeah.
Right, okay.
So when I was on holiday, we went to the Maldives, I did. So that's where I got proposed to my missus.
Big time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
massive
that
time.
is
innit? It was like 4-star.
I thought you said you hated all this Instagram
Hey,
shit.
listen, it was 4. No, I didn't have it on Instagram. It was like 4-star all inclusive. Do you know what I mean? I think I got it on a special deal.
Yeah.
It's in the rainy season, isn't it?
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? So, and we got promoted. So I thought, I'd treat her.
Swash out.
So I get a phone call off my agent say, "Oh, on your way back, because I had to stop in Dubai to come home. You're staying there for 2 days. Norwich are coming." I said, "Why?" Because they know Swansea are after you. They want to come and do your medical in Dubai. I'm like, no. So Paul Lambert rings me then. I said, "Oh, you don't have to do that." I'm thinking, fucking, my missus is going to kill me here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just proposed to her and that. And I'm saying, I've got to go off for 2 days and do a medical. So like, look, like when I get back, I'll come to Norwich first. So land back. Me and my dad get in the car, drive over to Norwich. Never left.
Did you not?
Nah, never left. As soon as I met him, I was like,
I want to sign here.
I didn't even go and entertain Swansea. I didn't hear how much they'd offer. Just as soon as I went there, I was like, yeah, it's the place for me.
Class.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, he was just made you feel amazing, and the group of lads was wicked. Everyone was like League One Championship. They'd obviously won the Championship, or got promoted out of the Championship. I'd never played in the Championship, but there was no like, it wasn't a Premier League group of lads. It was everyone's worked up from like League.
I suppose
Two
that must
and
be
all
easier as well, like because if you'd have walked into a kind of Premier League club at the time, that'd have been more daunting.
Oh yeah,
it? Like imagine walking into a Premier League side that has been there for years.
The Prem as you are, yeah.
And you're on that journey with them, kind of, aren't you?
And I'd played with all of them, or against all of them in League Two and League One. Obviously, Pilks was at like Stockport and that, and we used to play against them when I was at Bury. So it's like, I knew that them lads were coming from the same place as me. Do you know what I mean? So, and Paul Lambert kind of just went, he said, I don't give a shit about any of these teams. I don't care about none of them. He said, they're just people. There's 11 of you, go over that. The pitch is exactly the same. I don't care about all the cameras, match of the day, all that. He said, it's nonsense, bullshit, forget it.
Did he?
Yeah. But we go into the pitch, be like, yeah, forget it. Like, and you just go and play. And we did unbelievable, finished 11th. Amazing.
Right, calling all football fans, this is your squad and your bet. Dibs 5-a-side is a brand new football betting game. Just head to the app, pick a match, assemble your 5-a-side squad and pick a target.
So like shots on target and fouls in the game?
Yep, and then you can lock in your predictions and view your potential winnings. Dibs has made sports betting simple with 5-a-side. You can play for only £2 as well.
Like what I get paid at Ratcliffe.
And it's just a bit of fun to add to your footy bet. So check them out and enhance the game with Dibs. And remember, 18 plus, T's and C's apply, and always
gamble responsibly.
Right, pal, should we get back to the pod?
Let's go.
Can you remember
I'm going to say,
who was that first game against?
We played Wigan. I came on.
Had Wigan come up as well? Had they come up as?
Nah, they was already up.
Were they all right?
Yeah. So
already.
We drew 2-2 away from home, first game of the season. But to be fair to Paul Lambert, he just played up. He brought in like me, Pilks, there's a few of us, Bradley Johnson, all came in. He never played none of us from the start. He brought all the lads that got him promoted. They all started the first Premier League game for him. We all came on, but
I don't mind.
Everyone was like,
yeah,
you've got us here. Do you know what I mean? And then, came on in that game and then started the next game. Yeah, it's amazing.
Like
I can't even imagine.
It's just a different level, the Premier League as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like every guest we have on here, and we say like, what is the level of the jump? And it's like, you've gone League One straight to Prem, which doesn't often happen.
Yeah.
Like usually you build up, but they said that jump of the players that they were up against was just like, in the Championship, you'll have a lot of really good players, but then in the Premier League, you'll have some absolute superstars.
Yeah.
Will like
for not. Do you know what it is? Because there's so much like TV, and you're a kid, you're just growing up, and I'm watching these players, and I'm like, but I'll be honest, like I had proper imposter syndrome, me.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Like, because you'd made that jump, like, did you feel like you was worthy of being there? Did you doubt yourself?
100%. Doubted myself every single game we played. Hated it. Loved it.
Yeah.
But didn't feel good.
Did you ever get to a point where you felt, oh, I belong here, like I'm good enough?
Nah,
did you not?
Nah, don't think so.
Did you not?
Nah. You have times where you play well and you know what I mean, you feel like, oh, I was good today. But even still, it never became normal going to them grounds or playing against them players, or everything about the Premier League is just like so built up you could feel it. Do you know what I mean? So even going on the coach, like you got police escorts going to a game, and I'm like thinking, you know what I mean? 2 years ago, I was picking up dog shit at Bury Park.
I'm Goshen.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to train.
Yeah.
Or picking up goals and taping up the nets and that. Now I've jumped forward 2 years. I'm going to Anfield. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're thinking, staying in the best hotels, everything's like amazing. And then to top it off, you get in the tunnel and you look to your right or left and you're thinking, fucking hell.
Go on, name some of them players who
Played Old Trafford. So
wowed
my dad's like big Man United fan.
Yeah.
So, all the way growing up, Man United.
Is that you as well?
Only because of him, really. But
Yeah,
I'd probably
yeah.
say I'd supported Wolves because that's where I came through.
Yeah.
So I used to go and get free tickets,
Yeah.
go and watch them and that. So get in the tunnel at Old Trafford, and I'm like, Rooney's there. Wayne, I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing?
You've watched him every Saturday, haven't you, for
Watched
years?
him all for years and years, and I'm stood there next to him thinking, I'm about to play against these. Obviously, you've got the tunnel in the corner, and I knew my dad was obviously at the game.
Yeah.
I'm in the tunnel at the corner, and they've got that big stupid stand out the opposite. Come out, and I'm just thinking, fucking hell, what am I doing here?
Did you? Is that how you felt?
Felt horrible. Felt horrible, mate. I swear to God.
I felt like that in National League. So at least she was in the Prem.
No, but honestly, horrible feeling. Obviously,
Was
once
it?
the game kicks off,
Yeah.
different because you get first.
What was you worried about? Was it more just like, don't embarrass yourself, don't have a bad game?
I think it was. I just didn't feel like I should have been there ever. Just shouldn't have got to that level. Do you know what I mean?
mad how you feel like
Played
that,
with
innit?
so many better players than me. My brother was better than me. He's playing for Doncaster. I'm playing
And I'm here at Old Trafford.
I was at work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Always questioning like why have I got here?
Do you remember that Man United side? So who was you directly
Evra.
up against? Just Evra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley Cole's the best though.
Really? What best you've ever
He's
come
on the other
up
side of the pitch
against?
as well, isn't
Who? Nah,
Ashley-
it
no, it's
directly
on the
against
right,
me.
left,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Honestly,
So
I played like a right back. I played deeper than our right back
because he was just so attacking.
Yeah, crazy.
People reckon he's the best ever England left back.
100%. I think best ever left back the world's ever seen.
Do you really?
Tell me a better one.
he? Did you get anything off him? No.
Nothing. Well, I got his shirt at the end of the game.
That's it. Didn't get a sniff in it.
Got his shirt at the
Was
end
it
of the
that
game.
good? Yeah. With what? Just
Everything. That Chelsea team was a joke. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean, Hazard, all these like these just.
who won the Prem
Crazy.
that year? Was it? Was it?
No, it
Chelsea?
was the Aguero year. Aguero.
Oh, was it? No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it?
Yeah, because we was who did we play? We played Villa that day, last day of the season. So our game had finished. That game went on later, didn't it? There was a few scuffles, weren't there, in the
Yeah,
game?
yeah.
Barton sent off and all that.
Yeah.
So we were
Was
all
you
in-
watching it?
Nah,
Did
so
you-
we'd all gone in the dressing room.
Yeah.
And everyone's thinking Man United won the league. They were playing at Sunderland.
That's right. Yeah, because
Then we turned the telly on
Yeah.
in the dressing room, and then the Aguero thing happened, and we'd stayed up.
Oh, what a
Well, we stayed up.
11,
yeah,
yeah,
11
11,
flying
just
anyway. Yeah, but
yeah.
yeah, I remember that because Alex Ferguson's taking the players off the pitch, innit?
Yeah.
Because they're all like, "Have we won?"
They're getting
Have we
ready
won?"
to win it.
And
They're
then
like,
they're like,
come on, lads.
"Heard Aguero scored."
Madness.
What a season to be involved in! I'd say that's the
It's the
That's-
Prem.
yes,
That's the iconic Premier
Yeah.
League
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
I'd say, yeah. But
definitely.
it's iconic for people. It's not iconic for me. Do you know what I mean? You actually see me on Premier League years if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah, I made it, yeah.
So who was?
Well, hang on. Bradley Johnson said, in the midst of all this Aguero moments, you was running his baths and stuff.
Yeah, he's a liar, man.
Is
a liar. Yeah.
Says he used to making cups of tea and run his bath for him.
To be fair, he looked after me. Like, he was like my closest person, do you know what I mean, at Norwich. But yeah, he's lying about that. I didn't used to make him a cup of tea. he was harder than me. No, I never run his baths.
He was harder
than me. Do you know what I mean? He's the one who looked after me. But yeah, that Norwich team, like so many good lads, like as a group, we used to do loads together, go out. Pilks had a house party, everyone was there, like sick all over his floor. Like, but it was like
Nice.
it felt like you were part of like my Bury time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were playing the Premier League, but we had
A close-knit team.
like a group of normal lads, and there was no egos. No one was big time. Do you know what I mean? There was no flash stuff. Everything was just working to prove that we could play in the Premier League as a group. Do you know what I mean?
Who was up top that year?
Grant Holt.
Yeah, I was going to say it must have been him.
Albie, Aaron Wilbraham, Steve Morrison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Albie, yeah.
Yeah, it was class on him.
Oh, Peter Panham. He loves, I've obviously listened to his podcast with you guys. He loves a night out, that fella. He is the organiser of all organisers.
What of nights out is that?
Of everything.
Is that?
Nights out. You say you go to Vegas, he'll sort it for you, the whole thing. All you got to do is give him money and someone picks you up at the airport, someone takes you to the nights out.
I know how that works, though. That's like when you look after a kitty.
Yeah,
on a night out. You never pay for your own drink.
Yours is free, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's organising that, and you know that you've all chipped in on his trip as well.
I didn't mind it.
He don't mind it,
He could be a concierge service, that fella, honestly.
There's one in every team, though, isn't there?
Yeah.
Someone just gets that role.
I'd love just being, right, there's my money, you sort it out, where do I need to be?
No, that's not Albie. He take it upon himself and he's doing it, sorting everything. Everything.
How good's that when you got the kit and you go, it's about half 8, like, any kitty left? And the lad who's got it, nah, it's all gone. It's all just gone into
his pockets are that big with change. Just a big like that. Because everything's like, it used to be cashed in it and it'd be like, right, the round's 17 quid. So you put in the 3 quid in your pocket and then the next round you're just getting another 20 quid, aren't you?
You got about 200 quid at the end of the night.
Yeah, and just pound coins.
Just in change.
Just buzzing. I might start taking that role on.
That was my... That's my trick when I go to Dublin with the lads. Yeah, they've banned me from doing it now.
Oh, Dublin, what a place.
What a place.
Christmas doing
Must
Dublin.
have had a few there.
Oh, heavy
it's good,
place.
innit?
Oh, it's great.
It's good with no kitty, Dublin, because we didn't really have a kitty. Imagine going in the Prem. Fucking
Who did I go?
wild.
Yeah, I did actually. But, but you say wild, it's just, everyone goes to the same places, don't they?
Yeah, that's
So it ends up being like the PFA Awards. You're all in there, like, everyone's just off their heads, didn't they, drinking.
Yeah.
Little person in the
Such a good atmosphere. Yeah. Everyone's on stage.
I always think that guy must know when it's coming round, the singer. He's like, it's got to be that day soon where all the footy lads are.
Yeah, we're all when my tip jar goes up. It must be. Yeah, it's
mad
good.
place. I love that place.
Going back to the Prem, though, I just want to, like, obviously you mentioned Ashley Cole and you got the Aguero year. Was there anybody else who really stood out for you? Whether you was playing against them, watching them, like
Suarez scored that trick against us every time he played him, so that wasn't great.
Did he?
Yeah. Gerrard, but I just loved Gerrard as a kid growing up. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable. We played Paul Scholes. Remember when he stopped playing for a bit and then he just turned rock back up with his fake boots.
He retired, didn't he? And then like they were like, just come back for a bit, we need you.
And he went to Sports Direct, picked up a pair of boots, played against us and just
bossed it.
Yeah, great. Hazard.
I ain't heard that. Did he go to Sports Direct?
No, he never went to his spot. He's obviously finished, so he didn't have like sponsor anymore.
Yeah.
Just instead of like bothering anyone to get boots, he just turned up Sports Direct, turns up in a fake pair of pasties and just ran the show. Do you know what I mean?
F30s.
Just ran the show. Crazy.
That's mad, isn't it? He was such a good player, though, wasn't he?
Yeah. David Silva was the best.
The Suarez one was like the 3 volleys in one game on it.
Yeah.
Where all 3 was worldies.
Oh, actually, I've got a great one for you. Played Man City. Remember when Tevez went missing? Went back to Argentina. No one had seen him.
Yeah,
trying to find him, get him back. We played against him at Norwich. First game of him being back. Oh, my God. They beat us 5-2. He scored that trick. You know, have you ever seen the one where he stands in the corner flag, pretends to do a golf swing? That played in that.
Was
game.
that the one?
Played in that game, yeah.
What, and he'd been missing for 3 weeks, just come back
3
and
weeks? 3 months?
3 months, was it?
3 months or something. He's went on a bender, 3 months playing golf and that.
For 3 months.
Yeah, but come back and hammer Jews.
Yeah, hammered us, mate.
Come back about a stone overweight and scored that trick.
That trick, him and Aguero tearing us up. Crazy.
Different mentality, them lads, aren't they?
Just different. Because I loved watching Premier League and that, like, you know what I mean? Football people, you just love watching the Premier League. You find yourself, when you're playing against them, it's like everyone's coming up to me, like my mates, my dad, like everyone's like, oh, amazing, do you know what I mean? But then I wasn't finding it amazing.
Could you not appreciate it?
Nah, because it's like, I can't look at them like you're looking at them.
Yeah,
so I've got to play against them, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah.
And I already don't feel like I should be playing against them, so I need to like forget that that's Aguero or whoever.
Got to be your enemy.
Surely looking back now, though, it must be brilliant.
Yeah, like, listen.
Like looking at the memories and
Yeah.
when you watch tapes back, or tapes.
Tapes,
Like,
yeah.
How old were you?
How old do you think I am?
You know what I mean? You know, you watch old games back that you've played and you're like, flipping it, like Rooney's on that pitch.
Yeah.
Like Gerrard, David Silva, who you just said was like, you said he was the best, weren't he?
But yeah, it's like incredible. Like, look, I look back with like immense pride. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fact that I made it that far when all I ever wanted was to play one professional game. Do you know what I mean? As you're a kid, you just, I want to be a professional footballer. I really want to just play professional. And then you end up reaching like a level, and like, because I never thought I should have got there. Now when I look back, I'm like, I wish I'd have been more in the moment then. But
Right.
obviously you can't do anything about that. Do you know?
But
He's
you-
making me feel better because I always wanted to do it, and he's saying it was pretty shit at the time. So
Nah, not shit.
To play in the Premier League?
I've always wanted to, yeah. And he's like, it weren't that great. when
No,
we
not
got
pretty.
Yeah, but at least he had 1% of a chance. Like, you might as well have said, I want to go and live on Mars.
No, I don't mean
That
it was shit.
far
Do you
away.
know what I mean?
I'm saying I feel better now because every lad wants to do it, but you
No,
feel,
it wasn't shit. Listen, it's the best thing I've ever done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Incredible,
You
like
just
moments
wish at
in
the
that.
moment
I
you
wish
could-
just in that moment I'd have
appreciated it more.
or grabbed it more
Yeah.
instead of feeling like I shouldn't have been there and inferior.
Yeah.
Just run with it while I'm doing it.
But you're saying that though, is there anything you could have done different? Because you always train hard, you always work hard, you're always disciplined. So there's nothing really you could have probably changed, probably just your mindset.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, my mindset needed to change, but then
you finished 11th though. It's
yeah, that's what I mean. And I scored against Tottenham at White Hart Lane. Like we scored the winner. Do you know what I mean? But then from that moment, I remember my dad. Like he passed away now, but that's one of the only times he's ever messaged me and just said, "You've done it." As in, like that was my
Pinnacle.
yeah, because he said, "You've done it." Playing in the Premier League is obviously one thing, but score a winner, be on match of the day, and like your face is the one that Alan Shearer and that are talking about. You like,
yeah. Well
so
done.
for him, that's massive. Obviously, massive for me.
Do you remember
but-
watching it? Just stay,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
way you were going out that night, is there?
Did I go out?
You
No, I don't think I went out. You know?
must have stayed in
Nah,
and
I
watched that.
did think I stayed in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
must
stayed
have.
in.
Put it on it, pub.
It's on,
Yeah.
I think I've got a skybox somewhere with it still, recording.
Still saying.
Yeah.
Still saying. Class.
But no, so that was like the moment for me that probably changed it for me then, and I started feeling a bit more not comfortable with it, but enjoyed it a bit more then because I'd done something that I'd never thought possible.
Can you remember? So you then go into your second season. Can you remember the conversation? How it came about, where you obviously slowly start not playing, and then you think, right, okay, I might need to move from here, because I know you then went back to Brighton on loan.
Yeah, so that was after. So I played first year for under Paul Lambert, 30 odd games.
Yeah.
And then the second year, Chris Hughton came in, and I played 30 odd games again, but more of them were off the bench this time.
Right.
And then that summer, that summer, Paul Lambert rang me. No, he didn't ring me, rang my agent.
Yeah.
Really want to take Elliott to Villa. Obviously, at the time, I'm like, they're bringing in Nathan Redmond. They brought in Snodgrass to Norwich. I'm probably not going to play as much.
Yeah.
And Villa is massive.
That'd have been a great move.
Where I'm from is like,
Yeah.
they pay massive money.
Yeah.
And it's with a manager that like I really like. He likes me. It all fits, and it's back home. So I can remember going. Bid came in, rejected. Next bid, rejected. Almost a bit like the Brighton one. But I thought, I'm not handing a transfer request. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that whole thing again. So I went and seen the manager. No, the manager pulled me in the office and he says, "Oh, we're going to offer you a contract." This is before the first game of the season. So I was like, all right.
What about Villa?
No, I said, like, and he went, "I know Villa have bid. I know it might be, but we want to offer you a contract." So I said, right, okay. So he sends the contract to my agent. It's on a Wednesday before the first game of the season. I remember just being in London. I went for a day out in London with my missus. Agent rings me, "Oh, they've offered you a contract. This is what it is. But look, Villa is even more, like nearly double what they're offering you now. And it's back home, and it's Villa, and it's Lambert.
Yeah.
All this." So I'm like, right, okay, well, let's just deal with it after the weekend. He's like, yeah, Villa are going to make another bid. After the first game of the season's gone, they're going to make another bid again that should get it done. Just sit tight. Yeah, sweet. Going on a Thursday, manager calls me again. He's like, "You're going to sign the contract?" I was like, "Look, like, with all due respect, I don't want to speak about this now. We've got first game of the season Saturday. Like, you've got team to prepare. I don't want to think about it. Let's go and play the game. We can speak on Monday and try and get something. I'll either sign or I want to leave." He's like, "Oh, I really respect that. No problem." So I'm thinking, he's offering me a contract, doesn't want me to go to Villa. First game of the season's coming round. I'm playing. Go do shape on Friday. Not playing. Fucking fuming. But Chris Hughton was the nicest guy. Like, the nicest guy.
Yeah.
But because we'd had Lambert, who was like hard, he was like soft as shit. So like people like Holty and that used to just fucking run him riot, man.
Take the piss a bit.
Not a bit.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, but because he never come down on them, everyone started doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know when you ain't got that?
Yeah.
So like, and he never swore. So like, where's Hulan? Like, wicked little player. What a player, by the way. He goes, I remember in training one day, he's like, "Fuck off, gaffer." Most gaffers are going, do you know what I mean? Going
like,
after you.
shit.
Yeah. He just goes, no, you. Because he doesn't want to say fuck off. Do you know what I mean? And then from that, everyone's just like,
You do that word you've just said.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So from that, everyone's like, then it was open season, people kicking balls away.
Oh, no.
Just, kicking off. So I'm not playing on the Friday. I haven't got it in me to like toss training off though, do you know what I mean? So still train, but I'm fuming. Get home, ring the agent. We're going, like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Let's go. Turn up on the Saturday, about to go to pre-match, like looking around, like Snoddy's not there. Thinking, fuck is he? He's late or something. Oh, Snoddy's ill. Manager calls me. So you're playing? So I'm thinking, I'm glad I'm playing, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Third season in the Prem, I'm going to play another game. Played Everton. All game. Drew 2-2. 75th minute, I've hopped over Fellaini. Remember when he had this big fucking big head? I've jumped over him and landed. Thought, oh, my knee. So, fine. Carried on, played the rest of the game. Going after the game, I'm like, fucking hell, my knee is killing me. Didn't blow up, no swelling, no nothing. Went to bed that night. Honestly, I've cried myself to sleep, man.
That bad?
That's all right. But I couldn't see anything. There was no like swelling, no nothing. Going the next day, I'm like, my fucking knee's killing me. Had a scan on a Sunday, this is. Had a scan on the Sunday. Came in on the Monday. Like, everyone's like all down face and that. I'm like, the fuck's going on here? Someone died. Done your ACL.
No.
Swear to God, yeah.
Oh, no.
You're booked in to have it fixed tomorrow. So,
Oh, no. That's 9 months gone.
yeah, it's a season, yeah. I came back and played the last game. So I played the first game of the season and the last game.
And there's your Villa move gone.
Villa's gone. What else?
New contract.
Honoured it, to be fair.
Fair enough.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
That was proper, because they knew I wasn't going to play, but they still give me 3 years, more
So
money.
they could have just gone like that.
Yeah, they could
couldn't
have just said,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? And a lot of clubs do.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs would have done.
So then, yeah, that was my
Oh,
season
there's your
done.
Phil. There's your sliding door moment.
That was everything done, though. That was like my Premier League kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
little stint when I was just getting in. Like, do you know what I mean? I had the first
Did they get
season.
relegated at the time where you was injured?
They got relegated that season,
Yeah.
Yeah, relegated that season. So then I'm like,
Yeah.
that's it, done. Fuck.
Villa was the move, the perfect move, wasn't it?
Everything was perfect about it.
Yeah.
Just,
Home.
Home,
back in your bubble.
bigger money, then never getting relegated.
well, they did eventually, didn't they?
Yeah.
But, and I ended up, but I loved Norwich. So it wasn't like I wanted to get away from Norwich. I loved my time there. I'm like forever grateful for them to give me the opportunity to be a Premier League or play in the Premier League. Yeah, and then it just all went to shit. It all went to shit.
Fellaini.
I know.
Fucking trim your hair, Fellaini.
I know, man.
Fucking cheers.
Should have just kicked him straight in his head, shouldn't I?
Yeah,
I mean,
you wouldn't have
jumping
felt
over
it.
Fuck him.
You could have just landed on that. Well cushioned.
That's what I should have jumped on.
Yeah, just cushion the
You know?
blow. Oh, no, gutted.
Fucked me up.
Yeah, and then you obviously have a loan out to Brighton,
Yeah.
then to Bristol. Little
Brighton was
loans,
good
but-
though, to be fair. It
Going
wasn't a
back
good loan,
there-
but it was good because I'd never actually played in the stadium or at the new training
Oh, the
ground.
yeah.
So I got to go back there, but it was a bit of a shit show when I went back.
Was it?
Yeah, Sammy Appiah was a manager.
Oh, Sammy,
I didn't even know he was a gaffer.
Yeah, crap.
Yeah. And he,
Was he?
Oh, he
Was
tried
it?
to play Christmas tree and all this. Like, he's too fucking fancy it was.
was it?
Yeah, like, it worked in Germany for him, and
Yeah, yeah.
I understand it, but yeah.
Which bauble were you? Where did he play you?
I wasn't the, I fucking wasn't the star, let me tell you.
You're not?
Nah, I was right at the fucking bottom.
The one at the back, like the shit one.
He was one of the shit one, yeah.
How'd you move to Blackburn come about? Because obviously, like, that's where I remember you most from.
Yeah, so I was on loan at Bristol City from Norwich. So that year, so when I'd come back from my injury, we was in the Championship in Norwich, ended up getting promoted back to the Premier League, so everyone's buzzing again, do you know what I mean? Funny story about Bradley Johnson, actually, while I'm speaking. These dickheads, right? So we're at Wembley playing Middlesbrough in the playoff final, but they all had this little joke. Lewis Grabban, Gary Hooper, Gary O'Neill, Martin Olsen, if we get promoted, we'll do Supercar Fridays. So I'm thinking, what the fuck are you on about? No, we'll all buy a supercar, and on a Friday before every Premier League, before every home game, we'll all drive the supercars into the training ground. So I'm like thinking, they ain't never doing this. Win at Wembley, beat Middlesbrough. They all come in, texting like their car guy. We just won at Wembley, like, do you know what I mean? I'm just buzzing because money's going back up. Might have another chance to play in the Prem again. They're all just ordering their cars. First day of pre-season, come in, park in the gaffer's spot, all sorts. We had Alex Neil at the time, mad Scotsman. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bentley, all parked in the training ground. And they all did it. Aston Martin, yeah, wicked.
Class.
Wicked. They've not asked.
So just rented it for a day.
No, they bought them.
No,
They fucking bought
Fridays.
Supercar Fridays, mate. They bought them.
bought them.
And they parked in the gaffer's spot. And
How much money are you losing for that? Oh my God.
to be fair, the bonus was good to go back up. Lewis Grabban, right? Parked in the gaffer's spot. Had some bird shit on his Lambo. So he gets the lad called John Boy. He's still there now, kit man. But at the time, he was like assistant kit man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great kid. Comes out, he goes, can you clean the bird poo off my car? So John Boy's out there, like, cleaning the bird poo off his car. We're all in the dome, like, stretching and that. Alex Neil, angry as fuck, Scottish man, right? So angry, mate. Comes in, he's like, the fuck are you doing? Everyone's like thinking, oh no, what's he done? He's like, he shouldn't be out there cleaning your car. I can't do a Scottish accent. I'd love to be able to, do you know what I mean? 'Cause it sounds better, do you know what I mean? And he's like, and whoever's Ferrari that is, in my space, move it. So everyone's like thinking, it goes quiet. As he turns around to walk out the dome, Grabban goes, it's not a Ferrari, it's a Lambo.
Pissing on me.
Everyone burst out laughing. He's fuming. Alex Neil was fuming. He was horrible, man. It was so funny.
Just didn't find it funny at all.
He didn't find it funny at all. He thought it was disrespectful making him clean the car and parking him his space.
And everyone's taking a piss.
And everyone's laughing.
A supercar.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what we could do in non-league like that. Like,
Turn up on a scooter.
Mum's car Thursdays. You got to come in your mum's car to training. You'd have to.
So anyway, they went back up. So we went back up that year. And then the next year, come back in. I'm like, I'm not going to play. Do you know what I mean? So went on loan to Brighton. Went on loan to Bristol then with Steve Cottrell. You come across him? Steve Cottrell.
Little bits, not much.
Honestly. Great guy. Like, love him to bits, but what an absolute madman.
Is there?
The maddest madman.
In what respect?
Every respect possible. Like, unbelievable person. Like, will give you all the time in the world. Once he loses his shit, it's game over.
Get out the way.
Out the way. Game
Really?
over. Yeah. Game over. Honestly.
Go on, give me an example of when he's lost his shit.
So I was at Bristol on loan. Me and my agent speaking about signing there. So I've got 6 months left by the time January come round, I've got 6 months left on my deal at Norwich.
Yeah.
I know I'm not getting a new contract. Right, time to go. So my agent said to Steve, like, do you want to sign Ben? Yeah, love to sign him. Sends over a contract. Like, my agent's like, look, like, that's not really where we're at. It needs to be a bit more. He's like, I'm not fucking paying that money for a right wing back. My agent's like, all right then, no problem. But there is other people that want him.
Yeah.
So gets to my loan ends January 2nd, say. When your loan ends, what the fuck do you do? You go back to your parent club. You don't go into training the next day and the next day and the next day and just keep going.
No.
So obviously I just went home, went back to my house in Norwich, sat there, like, about to go into training the next day. He's like, Steve Cottrell rings me. He's like, where the fucking hell are you? I was like, back in Norwich. You haven't got your boots or your shin pads? I was like, oh, it's all right. Don't worry about don't worry about it. Do you know what I mean? Like a few boots, got loads of boots. He's like, but why didn't you come and say bye to everyone? I was like, my loan finished. Like I said bye after the game. Like my loan's done. What?
You didn't want me.
So you're not coming back? I was like, well, like my agent spoke to me about the contract and like if you can make it a bit better. No, that's what it is. You're a fucking right wing back. It's like, all right, fair enough. He goes, and what's this about Blackburn anyway? I says, well, my agent says they want to meet me. What? So you're going to go and meet him, are you? After what I've done for you?
Is that your bird?
after what I've done for you? And I was like, well, yeah, like I need to go and hear, what they've got to say. You're a fucking C. Your agent's a fucking C. And neither of you are welcome back in Bristol ever again. Pops the phone down, right? So I'm thinking, oh no, like I've proper upset this guy. I hadn't said anything. Tried to ring him back. Bump. Deads me. Just eliminates the call. Do it again. Eliminates the call. So I ring my agent and said, he's raging here. Oh, don't worry about him. Like he's just upset, fuming. I promise you now, I never spoke to him. From that time he put the phone down until I signed for Shrewsbury 5.5 years later, not one conversation, text message, nothing.
Just wiped you.
Wiped me clean out. Didn't
What
want
was
to
it
know.
like when you turned up at Shrewsbury?
So walk in.
Hiya, pal.
No.
Was it that?
I walked in. Obviously, this is skipping past the Blackburn bit.
We'll go back to that.
Go to walk into the Shrewsbury ground. I'm like, where's the gaffer? Oh, we'll be in a minute. So me and my agent sat there. Same agent as what I had when I didn't sign for him.
The C word.
Yeah. Sat there. He comes in. He's got his flip-flops on. He's got his socks on, like bowls in. He's just been on holiday. You can tell he's got his chain on, all brown tanned. He goes, here we are. If the devil could cast his fucking net. Claps his hand and he goes, you two, get the fuck out of here. Me and my agent sat there. I look at my agent. I'm like thinking, like he stitched us up. He's just got us here.
Yeah, just
to ruin us one last time. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking. Then he goes, I'm only playing. How are you, Benno? And I'm thinking, oh my. And I'd not spoke to him for 5.5 years. So he called me a C.
Yeah.
A C.
Never spoke to him.
Never spoke to me again.
Wow.
Until that time.
Brilliant.
What a guy. I ended up signing for Blackburn anyway.
Yeah. So long time at Blackburn. Captain, like we touched on it before.
Yeah.
How did you find you? Because there was a lot of. I think you spent COVID there, didn't you?
Yeah, so
During
I
COVID.
first went back there with Lambert.
Yeah.
So that was a big draw for me. Obviously, Steve Cottrell was like fuming that I went to Blackburn, but they offered me more money and someone that took me to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Took me there that I knew. We worked together. I went there, started off shit. If I'm honest, I was crap.
What? Just by your own standards?
Yeah, just crap, like rubbish, miles off it. A bit of it, I think, was still coming back from like
I was gonna say,
my knee injury. But
yeah.
People don't care about that. Do you know what I mean? You get signed, people want you to be there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I remember doing a paper.
Reece was slagging you when you were shit.
Yeah, I was terrible. I was terrible. I did a paper interview about 2 months after I'd been there. So it's like February, March time. Oh, like, how do you feel? Like, you settled in and that? And I was like, I've been shit. I've been nowhere near it. That's why I'm not playing now. Don't deserve to play. From that moment, I feel like the Blackburn fans liked me. Not because I was playing really well, but just because I was just honest. I wasn't like trying to
make excuses.
I just said, listen, I've been crap.
Yeah.
Me and manager have a good conversation. I've been crap, so not playing. Went back in the team, started finding some form, playing well towards the end of that season, and then Lambert fucked off.
He
left to go to Wolves. So then I'm thinking, maybe I'm going to play for Wolves after all this time. Do you know what I mean? At some point, didn't ring me. I was shit. So
he's gone him.
Yeah, that's gone. And then the worst manager I've ever worked for or played under became the manager of Blackburn.
Tony?
No.
Who?
Owen Coyle, man.
Oh, really?
Fucking
what a guy he is, though.
Unbelievable guy.
Yeah.
Incredible human. As a person.
Right.
As a manager, fucking miles off it.
Really?
Miles off it. He nearly killed my whole love of football, that fella. Not in a way of like training and that was just fun every day. Honestly, it was like a joke. Like you'd go in, he'd take the nets off the goals. And he used to do this game where like you're in teams and you've got to like half volley it over the crossbar, go through the net and catch it the other side, run back. We used to do 5-a-sides. We'd do finishing drills. He'd always join in, like wicked finisher.
Yeah.
Always join in. You cross it to him. He'd be like, so one of the days we were doing it, someone crosses it to him, bad cross. And he's like, no, stop the session.
It was Willem.
Was it Willem?
Willem Tomlinson, yeah.
Yeah, so he stops it, does it again. He's like, this is how you do it. Goes out wide, cross it, and he goes, look, lads, this is the manager.
Yeah.
We're down the bottom of the league. I'm fucking breastfeeding you, lads. Doing this, I'm thinking, what the...
So, like, training was funny and good, but not what a professional footballing team should be doing.
Not when you're down the bottom of the league.
No.
I think we were, I don't know, miles adrift. Terrible. We won one game. So we go into the meeting on the Monday.
You got relegated that season, didn't you?
Willem told us he loved it because he was a young lad, so he was buzzing off it, but the older boys hated it.
Honestly, because you got pride in the game, do you know what I mean? You want to win, you don't want to keep getting beat. We won one game. He comes in on the Monday, he's like, stick it up. I was like, what's going to happen here then? He puts up the league table from one game because we won on the Saturday. Look, lads.
And you was top.
If the season started yesterday, we second. You think, I'm like, nah, this guy's not serious. And then he goes, right, next slide. The next slide was two geezers playing head tennis, like proper going after it against each other, buzzing off it. I'm like, this is a joke.
What?
Yeah, crap, mate, crap. Terrible. It went on for so long. I can't believe he didn't lose a job before that. Gets to around Christmas time. Everyone's like, right, we need a meeting. It's like players were sick of this, like, so we go, like, we need a meeting. So we went and pulled the assistant, said, we need to start doing shape. Like, we don't know what we're doing. Manager just comes in, tells us it go through the whole team. So we say keeper, kick it, distribution. He'd go through every player, just tell you what he wanted you to do. That was it. That was it. That was the tactics. And play with a bloody smile on your face. And I'm like, fucking hell, that's going to work.
Yeah.
We were getting beat 3-0. Do you know what I mean? So we all called this meeting, got the analysts to go through a few things, doing all this and that. Remember Christmas, it was Christmas, the chef was doing Christmas dinner for everyone. So we're all in this meeting. The manager's not in there, by the way. We're trying to get better. He's not in there. Knocks on the door. How long are you going to be? I was like, I don't know. Come on. Pigs in blankets already. Do you know what I mean? One of the lads was outside the room, goes, oh, Gaffer, do I need to go in there? And he goes, nah, don't worry about it. They're not talking about anything that me and you don't know. Madness.
All the players are trying to have a meeting to get better.
To get better. I wasn't even playing at the time. So I was still in that meeting because I want the lads to do better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember going to knock on his door and say, Gaffer, look, why am I not playing? He goes, Benno, come in. Do you want an iron brew? 9 o'clock in the morning, do you know what I mean? Great God, I can't tell you, I never didn't get on with him.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get on with him as a manager because, we could lose all the time. Do you want an iron brew? 9 o'clock in the morning. We're in a professional football club, don't you know what I mean? We're struggling in the championship. So, Gaffer, why am I not playing? Benno, we've lost the last 3 games, 4-3. The strikers are doing their job. If you were a defender, you'd be playing. I'm like, come on, man. I need more than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, gets to the January FA Cup first game, 3rd round, playing QPR. I'm starting, but obviously he's just mixing it up.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking, you ain't played for a while. Go on, you have a go. I played well. We won the game, set a goal up. Didn't come out of the team from then. Just look, all of a sudden, everything changed.
He just changed his mind on it.
Yeah. Changed his mind on it. Started playing. Started doing well, scoring. But we're still losing, do you know what I mean? They sacked him and then Tony Mowbray come in and it was literally like a breath of fresh air. I felt like a footballer again, not turning to a clown factory every day, do you know what I mean? Night and day. But
you were so far adrift anyway, weren't you? You went down that season.
Yeah, we went down that season. We had a good go. We took it to the last day of the season.
Yeah.
We needed to win at Brentford and for Bristol City to beat Birmingham.
Right.
And we did our bit. We went to Brentford and won 3-1 or something. And Bristol City drew, I think, with Birmingham. So Birmingham stayed up on the last day by 1 goal. It was goal difference. It ended up something stupid. So,
And did you come straight back up?
Yeah. The next season, come back up. Yeah, great season. That was one of my favourite seasons.
Was it?
Yeah, really good. Like good group of lads, and they kept all of us together. So any lads that done well for Tony Mowbray, he was like, "You're not leaving." So QPR tried to take me back to the Championship that summer, and he's like, "Look, like the owners have said, like you're not going. Like we all owe it to the club to get promoted, so you got to stay. You're not going. Here's a new contract, but you're not going. You got to stay. We've got to get ourselves back out of this shit that we've put ourselves in." And you ended up doing it, mate. Yeah, it was a great season.
Who was the strikers that season? Was that the
Adam Armstrong? Unreal.
Yeah.
Danny Graham.
I was going to say Danny Graham. I got him on the list there.
What a cat him. He's a great cat.
I've heard it, yeah. I've heard it.
Nutcase.
Yeah, I've heard that. That must have been a good dressing room then.
Yeah, Charlie Mulgrew.
Yeah.
What a player, but what a man. He, honestly, if you try and get him on.
He was like a catwalk model as well, wasn't he?
So good looking.
I was going to say,
Yeah, good looking lad, funny, like tell a story for days. Who else we have? Bradley Dack. He came in.
That was when he was Love Island days, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. I remember when he first come in. We're on pre-season, so every time we're on pre-season, Love Island was on. So obviously do all the bits, and then like everyone would pile into one room. Oh, let's stick Love Island on. But he never said nothing for ages. Quiet. And then his wife now comes on this thing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been speaking to her, been with her and that." I was like, "He's full of shit." Do you know
She's
what I mean?
on Love Island.
Yeah, like you're full of shit. You're obviously clearly not. He's like, "Nah, like I messed up. Like, we fell out, and then she ended up saying she's going on, and I didn't want her to go on, and now she's on there." And I'm like, "Right, okay, it's a bit awkward." Do you know what I mean? Kept watching it. She's obviously with other people.
All lads voting her in.
Yeah, stay in.
And
then she obviously came out, and now he's like married to her. Like, but yeah, it was.
I couldn't imagine that. One of the lads' birds on TV get like necking on with people and that in Love Island.
But obviously, it wasn't his bird at the time. But now it like you look back and you're like, how that was even?
Do you know what?
Even
I think
possible?
she's brilliant. I watched like me and my missus are invested in that.
In the show,
her documentary that she does.
She is really good. To be fair, she's done unbelievable.
Yeah, she's really funny. But
Which one? She's got a few.
so she does one. It's called Filthy Dirty Rich or something like that.
Where
innit?
it's like...
and she goes round all like the sex industry.
Yeah.
Oh, why do you like that one?
She, just because of the content. No, but she's funny. She's really she's funny on it.
Yeah.
And every now and again, it just pans to Bradley, and they're just like, she'll ask him a question, and I'm filming it, sending it to Tyrese, going, "You've got to watch this," and he's going, "Oh my god, it's wild."
Yeah,
He's funny, but he's a funny lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a great. Oh, what a cannon!
Yeah, you were saying that before.
Honestly, obviously on the show, the show's not about him. Do you know what I mean? So
No.
he's supporting his wife, and like
he's quiet, and he doesn't really get involved.
He's not like that at all. He is an absolute nutcase. Nutcase.
He's got to be fair, to be with her.
She's nuts
wild
as well.
Yeah, they're both just wild. But when he first come to Blackburn, he was staying in an apartment in Manchester with Dom Samuel. Honestly, they used to break their TV all the time. Got to go get a new TV, playing Xbox or PlayStation, breaking control, like lose, throwing the controllers, buy a new, like just doing like, just acting like kids. They were like younger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but just always out, but not like not on a Friday before a game, nothing like that. But after a game, go out. Just he just do horrible stuff like you do something to him. So someone done something to him. So one of the lads had a protein, like one of the protein powder keg things.
Yeah.
So he shit in it.
Oh.
And then shook it up and put the lid back on.
Oh.
So we had a weekend off. Come back in on the Monday. The fucking dressing room stunk of shit. It just stunk. Do you know what I mean?
Shit and protein.
Honestly, just mad stuff like that. That's how he is. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Didn't
funny.
bat an eyelid about it. Just
Nah, not bothered.
open the lid.
He used to do all the stuff like cutting socks, cutting people's clothes, cutting the laces off brand new trainers.
Do you want to go through the COVID times at Blackburn? Do you want to mention that? We spoke about it briefly.
So,
because I found that interesting.
Yeah, so I've been there like...
You was captain at the time,
Captain
weren't
at the
you?
time, yeah. So, been there a few years by then. I said Tony Moby come in, was like wicked with me, made me captain. And then obviously COVID hit, and I was thinking, like, no one knows what's going on. They asked for us to take a like pay cut, whatever, just while it was going on. So we agreed to like a deferral. So everyone just like gives up a bit of money for as long as it goes on, and then get it back at some point.
Yeah.
So they come to me and said, 50%. And I was like, no, like some lads might not be able to, not afford it, but you don't know what everyone's circumstances. So if you've got like payments that you have to make every month, you can't just say I'm not paying it because I've been deferred 50%.
Yeah.
So I went away and I come up with an idea. I said, look, like there's people at the club, kit man, chef, secretaries, cleaners, the people that are behind the scenes that make football work.
Yeah.
But no one knows about. They're all going to go on furlough, so they're going to get 80% from the government. I want to make sure they all get all their money.
Yeah, that 20% that they miss out on is massive to them.
That could be their food, shopping.
Yeah.
Let's just say, aside from their bills, that could be
the
kids
difference between like nursery or
do you know what I mean? Like
they have to pay for.
And I was like, I can't have people out of money.
Yeah,
it's not their fault this is going on. So I said, look, like go away, find out the number of that you need from the lads, percentage-wise, that makes everyone at the club stay on 100% for as long as this goes on.
It's class, that, isn't it?
And he goes away, he comes back, it's like 33%. I said, right, that's done then. He said, we haven't spoke to the players. I said, no, I'll speak to them, but they're all going to agree to it. I said, any young lads or any lads that are under a certain amount of money, they're not involved in this. They still get their money. Everyone over that, we'll all do it, 33%. Oh, can you get that agreed? Yeah, no problem. So everyone agrees to it, signs it, all goes well. Obviously, people are happy from behind the scenes, like the player liaison officer, like Leslie at the club. She's like,
yeah,
what
she's
a
class,
woman.
isn't she?
Yeah, like the first person you see every time you go in the training ground. I'm like, I can't have people like that worrying about
being on 80% and furlough.
Not knowing how long this is going on for. So anyway, we've done that as a group. Obviously, I came up with it, but the group did it still, because it wasn't my thing. I didn't. Do you know what I mean? Everyone did it. Everyone agreed to it. So I thought that was good. And then I had like I think another year, but with an option in. But I love Blackburn, so I wanted to just like be there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I said to my agent, like, this whole deferral thing, like, instead of me deferring my money, why don't I just take a pay cut, but have another year on my contract? Do you know what I mean? So,
so you're extending your stay there.
So I've got a longer contract. I'm going to earn less money. So instead of me deferring my money, they're just cutting my money, but I get longer. So in the long run, I benefit a little bit, but I just wanted to be there.
As well,
but the club do as well. It wasn't like I was just trying to. So my agent floated it to her. The manager was like on board because he loved, like, me and him like had a great relationship. He was like, yeah, love to do that, Benno. And then the board come back and said, yeah, we'll do it, but what you're going to earn next year, we're just going to cut that in half and you can have that over 2 years. And my agent's like, what? So he's going to effectively play for free for a whole season because you've got to pay him that money next year anyway.
Half of it.
He was like, yeah, but where's he going to go after this? And my agent said he could go and play for £100 a week somewhere. He's still going to earn more than what you're
because they owe you that money anyway, don't they?
It was irrelevant. I wasn't trying to like scam anyone. I was just trying to
get an extra year on your contract.
An extra year because I loved it there. Like
just get all. You're just spreading the payments out over 2 years rather than getting it all in one lump sum for a year.
I wanted to be there. Do you know what I mean? I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, I had a great relationship with the fans. Like the manager loved me. The lads did. I just loved my time there. So as it went,
didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it. So I went into the last year of my contract, and I had like an appearance thing, 16 I think it was, or 18, get another year on the same money that they were paying me anyway.
Yeah.
So I was trying to write that out, do you know what I mean? So that I could just go into a season and if the manager wants to pick me, I can play. Yeah. Bearing in mind I've just been the captain. So go in first day of pre-season and Tony Moby was just honest with me and said, look, like, I can't play you to that amount of games. Like, they're telling me that you can't be on that money next year, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but I've tried to solve that whole issue. But just take it out, give me the 2 years, less money, and No one has to worry then.
Yeah, you could have played 40 games. It wouldn't have mattered.
It doesn't matter, do you know what I mean? But it didn't work that way. And look, I've got nothing bad to say about Blackburn. I love my time there. But that kind of left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth because I feel like I bought into the club. Obviously, that COVID thing and all that. And like, all I wanted to do is be at the club. And then, that kind of got taken away from me a bit, really, in terms of I couldn't play the games because
It was
I
either
wasn't
play
allowed
for
to.
free for a year,
Which
or,
you can't do, can you?
well,
Or
the
take all your money in
equivalent
once.
Equivalent, yeah.
of playing for free, or only play 15, 16 games because that's your clause.
that's not, yeah. So I was a bit like,
Yeah,
and then
it's
I didn't,
harsh,
and then I
isn't it?
didn't get to say like bye in the way I wanted to. Do you know what I mean? Because I wasn't playing. So then it ended up just going into the summer, and then they come to me in the summer and said like, look, like we'll give you a contract, but significantly, so like 50% less than what I'd been earning. And I was just like, just think it's disrespectful the way it's all come about. And then Shrewsbury come round, and that was 20% of what I'd been on at Blackburn was at Shrewsbury,
Yeah.
but it was back home. I only lived down the road, and I just thought, do you know what? I want to go. I'm going home. So I said to Blackburn, like, nah, let's
Are you
leave it. And
dropping down the league as well, aren't you?
yeah, dropped down a league, went back home, and
What was that playing for your home club then?
not my home club really, because I'm from Telford, but
Wouldn't have
it's
been
close
Telford,
enough.
Telford.
Yeah. But yeah, do you know what though? As much as I love Blackburn and that, it was the best thing I ever did.
Was it?
Yeah, because my kids started school that year. My dad had cancer, so he was ill. Had I been at Blackburn, I would never have been in the hospital to see him pass away. Do you know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
that you want to see, but you know what I mean? Say my bit to him.
yeah.
And he was at Shrewsbury, and I was at Shrewsbury, so we had a game, went to the hospital, said what I had to say to him, then he passed away while I was there. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if I'd have been at Blackburn,
Yeah.
I never would have got
You
back.
missed
So
that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not saying it's because I went to Shrewsbury that happened, but
No,
everything happens for a reason. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was the best thing I did really
Yeah.
at that time. So
Yeah, fair play. And then you dropped into non-league.
not really.
Yeah.
You did.
briefly.
Shifnal Town
Yeah, briefly.
in the FA Cup, weren't it?
Yeah,
Eye opener, what?
yeah. Honestly, I take my hat off to the lads. I couldn't do it. It was fucking hell. It's a different sport, man. It's a different sport, honestly. Not even like in terms of listen to some really good players. Like the players you think, oh my God, like you're really good. But then they'll do something and then 5 minutes later the ball's going under their foot or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the madness of it. The tackles are like, I'm thinking, how I got whacked on the hip, right? I'm down thinking I've been hit by a lorry. You can't put your foot up to someone's hip here. I don't care what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. Not even a yellow card, mate. I'm looking at the ref thinking, like, he's off.
Yeah.
He's off. No, nothing. I said to my brother in the car on the way back, I said, mate, don't ever ask me to do this again.
You couldn't do it, could you?
Don't ever ask me to
What,
do
it's
this
your
again.
last 2 games?
Yeah. He said, oh, yeah, but you earn good money, you know. I said, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. He said, you don't even have to train, just come play games. Mate, I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with football. Like me and football,
That was it.
that was it, yeah.
And what are you doing now? You houses in
building houses, yeah, and
building them from scratch.
yeah, from
Right.
ground up, yeah. So enjoying that. Chauffeur to my little man, just taking him everywhere to play football.
Is he playing
play,
football
yeah.
now?
Yeah, he's just signed for Wolves, yeah,
Right.
under 8, so
Back where it all started.
yeah, so that's what I mean. I'm just recycling it,
Yeah.
doing it all again.
So what's he? Is he like you or is he like your brother? Is he a flair one or is he a...
They're all flares now, aren't they?
Nah, he's not really, you
Is he
know.
not?
Nah, he's just like, he's quite direct. I think he's just a bit, like, you know, like most of the kids now, like I'm seeing these kids when I'm going to these places, right? Oh my God, they're a fucking joke. They're doing things that I still couldn't do them
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? These
Yeah.
turns and all that. I'm thinking, fucking, you lot are too flexible. My lad's not really like that. He's just a bit more direct, dribbler, like nice feel in his feet. Do you know what I mean? But he hasn't got like skills and
Yeah.
all that like Tyrese stuff. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
He ain't like that. But I'm enjoying doing that with him, and yeah, I played my last game for Shrewsbury. It was my 600th professional appearance, so
It's not a bad way to end, is it?
I probably could have carried on somewhere else, you know what I mean? But it just didn't feel right. And to be fair, after my dad died, like a bit of my football
Passion.
because I still love football now. Like
Right.
I'll sit and speak about football forever. I don't know how long
Passion
we've been
to
going.
play,
I'll do it
though.
for another hour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, your passion to play had gone at it a little
Yeah,
bit.
like a little bit of the burning, like because he used to come watch me all the time. We'd speak every day, every day after training. I'd still speak. Do you know what I mean? And then that was gone, and I didn't have not reason. Because I'm not saying I only played because of him, but
No, I know what you mean.
I'd done everything that I'd done more than I ever thought I'd do, and I did everything that he probably dreamt that I would do.
Yeah.
And I was going to retire the year before. So before last year, I was going to retire the year before. And then my mom said to me, she's like, "Oh, your dad always said like he wants you to get to 35." So I was 34 at the time.
Right.
So I was thinking, fucking hell, shut your mouth. Why you like say that to me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I ended up playing another year, and got to
Oh, mate,
35 and a half.
an amazing career.
Yeah.
Like, should be. I know, like you said at the time, you probably wish you enjoyed it more, or like. But looking back now, like you should be so proud. Such a good career.
No, I'm buzzing with it. I like I said to you at the start, like I'm not just saying it for effect. Like I shouldn't have done as well as I've done. Do you know what I mean? Like ability wise, I wasn't where I got to, but my mentality and my work and wanting to be the best me every day got me there. Do you know what I mean?
But that's a big part of being a footballer, because you've seen it yourself. You've got super talented lads who'll never play at that level because their mentality is right. So you have to have both. So I know you said you felt inferior because you might not have technically or tactically or whatever, but to be a top footballer, you have to have both, and you obviously had that in abundance.
I think the thing with me is I learned quickly from a young age what I was good at and what I wasn't so good at. So often I like speak to people now, and everyone's like, "Oh, you need to be better at this," or to saying to kids, work on your left foot, work on your weakness. And I'm just thinking a bit like, if you spend so long working on a weakness, obviously you can get it better, but what about what you're actually really good at? Like, why don't you just be really good at something? And obviously do your extras to get yourself a bit better at the other things you're not so good at, but be really good at something.
Yeah.
So I always knew that I could cross a ball. If I get a yard, cross a ball. So I didn't need to do step overs and all this fancy stuff. Put the ball in an area, you've done your job.
Yeah.
So I just kind of honed in on that and tried to make that as good as I could possibly make it. Work hard every day. So when I come home, my dad used to say to me, you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror honestly and go, done enough today. Whether you were good at football that day, whether you were shit, did you do everything you could possibly do? And if you did, you're going to lose.
There's no excuses then, is there?
Yeah.
There's no excuse. And that's, from a young age, I grasped that kind of concept. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think was the difference between probably me and my brother. I understood myself probably more than maybe most kids of that age do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We need to get him on. See what his side.
Who, my brother?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
See what his side of the story is.
He'd say the same.
Yeah.
I've said it, like, he said it for years. Like, used to have, as kids, we had loads of banter, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He played for England, under 17s, I think, with like Danny Welbeck and all that. And I remember he got his like England shirt and he signed it to me when he was 17. I'm like 19, do you know what I mean? Too big, bro. Something like, you'll never wear the Three Lions and all this. Do you know what I mean? Like, signed it, like giving it all that to me. And then obviously when I played in the Prem, obviously I had not Three Lions, but I had the original lion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I give him the shirt.
Do you sign it and give it to him?
Yeah.
Should have given him the Jamaica shirt.
I didn't play for him, you know.
It says you did.
No, I never actually played.
You didn't get on?
No, so, mad story. I got called up to the Gold Cup. They ended up getting to the final the year that I didn't go. Against Argentina as well. Could have played against Messi, man. Devastated. So they did all the things, you're eligible. right, you need to send your granddad's birth certificate, whatever, and your nan's, because they're both born in Jamaica. I'm like, well, I ain't got them. Like,
we're going for exactly the same thing with Ty. We can't get him.
I was like, my granddad's dead, my nan's dead. Like, how do you want me to get there? They came from Jamaica, like in the Windrush.
Yeah.
Do you think they packed? Or I know where they are, where to find them. They're like, oh, well, okay, you just got to go to the Jamaican embassy in London, sort it out. So send all the documents down with my granddad's name, as I know it. Do you know what I mean?
A lot of the birth certificates then just had first names or just had a last name or just...
So then they did this thing. So I've sent off is what I know his name is, what my dad told me his name was, how you spell it. Sent all that. No, that doesn't match what we've got on our records. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to
Just send me what I want to play.
I just want to play. Like, Johnny, I want to go. Like, but I don't know what I need to do. I can't find... I don't know where the birth certificates are. I can get you a death certificate. Yeah, but that's not showing that they were born in Jamaica. I'm like... So in the end, I didn't give it up. I was just a bit like...
It's too hard.
It's too much hard work for... Yeah. It's over the summer. It's in the break anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's what we're going through. It's like...
It's just a lot. Like, I'm thinking it shouldn't be that hard. I'd love to do it, but...
Yeah. We found out your dad's, that you thought were your dad's, not your dad, because you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's just end it there.
Let's just finish this, yeah. I don't need it, so... Yeah, I never ended up
It's a can of worms, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Like, I would have loved to have done it, because it would have been a good experience, you know what I mean? Obviously, no, I wasn't good enough for England, so that would have been the next, next best thing.
Well, mate, I love listening to it. Brilliant career, like I said, super proud, and it's been a pleasure having you on, mate.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on,
Elliott
guys.
Bennett.
Thank you very much.
Well done, mate. Super.
Cheers, pal.
Thank you.